Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya abhirabhirma yedhi rudrajate dakshinam mukham tenamam pahi nityam om shanti shanti shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Light us through and through, and guide us evermore with thy loving presence. Om, peace, 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 people. Friends, we are very happy that today we have a guest speaker. Swami Nikhileswarananda is the head of the Rajkot Ashrama in Gujarat. Swami joined the Ramakrishna Order in 1976 and had his final vows in 1985. He worked in various centers in India, the headquarters of the Ramakrishna Order, Ranchi, then various centers in Gujarat also. He was a very dynamic Swami, scholarly, and he has a very organized capacity. Just 1 or 2 years ago, he had a tour of Swamiji in Gujarat. Swamiji stayed many months in Gujarat before coming to America. And now we have several centers in Gujarat. He was one of the instruments to have various centers. And he came here a few times. But this time he was visiting and giving lectures to various places in this country. So we are happy that he will speak here today and Tuesday. Today his topic is happiness and peace in everyday life. Very important and very practical lecture. And Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, he will speak on mind, medicine, and meditation. Generally, we do not talk too much about our Swamis, but there are some Swamis are connected with various activities which are very important to the order. He is one of them. He has tremendous organizing capacity. So when he wrote to me that, Swami, I'd like to come and visit, I said, please come and stay with us for a few days and give lectures. So he came last evening and he will leave on Wednesday. Anyhow, Swami will speak on happiness and peace in everyday life. Swami Nikhileswarananda. Brother, come.
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात् ओम शांति Shantihi, Shantihi. Let all be happy, let all be healthy, let all attain goodness, let none get misery. Peace, peace, peace. My humble salutations at the holy feet of Sri Ramakrishna Dev, Ma Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekananda, and revered Swami Chetananandji Maharaj. Dear friends, and of course, my dear monastic brothers, dear friends, I'm extremely happy to meet you this morning. This is an extra benefit that I'm getting of meeting you all. In fact, I had come here for some lecture tour to America. So, maybe God's wish, my visit to St. Louis could not take place in spite of my great wishing that I should come here, because I had limited days and within that so many commitments were there. But fortunately, the Canada government took pity on me, rejected my visa. And so, today I was going to speak on Toronto. So, since that was, I took that opportunity immediately. I wrote to, the day I received the news that visa is not sanctioned, I immediately wrote to Chetananandji Maharaj that I would like to be in your holy company. Last time I really enjoyed, in 2018 November, on my way back from Toronto while participating in the World's Parliament of Religions. I was here for 4 days and I really enjoyed the holy company of Swami Chetananandji Maharaj. He is a great writer, and you may not be aware how much he is revered in India. In fact, all the monastic brothers, all the devotees, hardly there will be anyone who will not be reading the books of Swami Chetananandji Maharaj. And so, with the result, whenever he comes, I earnestly request him to come to Gujarat, and he has no time. He is so popular, so he is not able to give time to me. So anyway, so that's what I thought, that still I went whenever he goes there. For example, he is in Advaita Ashrama. I went when I was in India. I went to Advaita Ashrama to meet him. But so I thought it is but maybe God's wish that I should have his company. So I wrote to him to have his holy company. In addition to holy company, he said you have to deliver 2 speeches. I said, I don't mind. That is not a big deal. So I am very extremely honored and extremely grateful to revered Maharaj, and I humbly bow down to his feet for his grace on me, for his mercy on me, and for his love towards me. So the topic this morning is happiness and peace in everyday life. In fact, all of you don't need it, because you are already happy, as it seems from your faces. But maybe whatever knowledge you get here, you can transmit to others who are not happy. In fact, happiness is an in topic, in subject. All over the world, people are having a lot of tension. They are undergoing depression. Depression is going to be the killer number 1 in the future to come. Already it is 3rd number disease. So many suicides taking place. Happiness industry is the 5th largest industry in the world today. Can you imagine? In happiness industry, the 5th largest industry in the world today. And there is a beautiful book by William Davis. The name of the book is Happiness Industry, where he says, happiness has become a new religion. Happiness has become a new religion, and how the government and the business have sold us well-being, it's all given there. And there is written, many corporate sector companies have employed chief happiness officer. Can you imagine? Chicago-based Research Corporation says 40% of the companies in USA are having regular courses on stress management. Self-improvement represents $10 million per year industry in US alone, only United States I'm talking about. $10 million self-improvement industry. Wellness industry, which includes happiness industry, $4.2 trillion, which means 5.3% of the global economic output. Can we imagine the requirement of the happiness in the world today? And in that, Bhutan has shown the way. It was the first country to talk about G and H. And it said, GDP is not the yardstick by which you should evaluate a country. G and H, gross national happiness. And now many countries have come forward to adopt this happiness index as one of the important indexes for its development. Ministry of Happiness have been started. Ministry of Happiness have been started in Sweden, UAE, in India, but in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and they have given it the name Anandam. UK has started Ministry of Loneliness. Can you imagine what is the extent of the problem of loneliness in UK? That Ministry of Loneliness has been started by UK government. Books on suicides are coming out in large numbers. About 25 books are available in the market on suicides. The first book to come out most probably was The Final Exit by Derek Humphreys from America. Then followed by Japan. The name of the book is The Complete Manual on Committing Suicide. 0.35 million copies were sold in 1 year. And some people committed suicide taking the book in their hand and committing the suicide in the manner in which it was told in the book. What is the name of the bestseller book in France? Suicide User's Manual. Can you understand how many people are now going for suicide? The rate of suicide is increasing in all the countries, much more so in so-called developed countries. Which means our equation H is directly proportional to M, where H is equal to happiness and M is equal to money is wrong. So-called developed countries have more number of psychiatric cases, more number of schizophrenic cases, more number of suicides. So, all this, and the National Institute of Mental Health, America, in USA, it says 25% of Americans are regularly going to a psychiatrist. On an average, every one person in every family goes to a psychiatrist, maybe for minor or major reason. In the Ministry of Health of Japan says 42% of the executives of 44 years and above are suffering from mental disorder, 100 new mental hospitals opening in an emergency scale. That's why Matsushita, the chairman of the Matsushita Electric Company, started an institute called PHP and also a journal called PHP. What is PHP? P, prosperity, is a must. But next is more important, that is H, that is health, both physical and mental. And third is peace. Peace of mind is the real demand of the modern man. That is why this subject is very important. So this is the paradox. The paradox of our times has been beautifully described by someone. Paradox of our time. The paradox of our time in history is that we have taller buildings but shorter tempers, wider freeways but narrower viewpoints. We spend more but have less. We buy more but enjoy it less. We have bigger houses and smaller families. More conveniences but less time. More knowledge but less judgment. More experts but less solutions. More medicine but less wellness. We have multiplied possessions but reduce our values. We talk too much, love too seldom, and hate too often. We have learned how to make a living but not a life. We have added years to life but not life to years. We have been all the way to the moon and back, but we have trouble crossing the street to meet the new neighbor. We have conquered our outer space, but not inner space. We have cleaned up the air, but polluted the soul. We have split the atom, but not our prejudice. We have higher incomes, but lower morals. We have become long quantity, but short quality. There are times of tall men and short character, steep profits and shallow relationships. These are the times of world peace, but domestic warfare. More leisure, but less fun. More kinds of food, but less nutrition. These are days of two incomes, but more divorce. Of fancier houses, but broken homes. It is a time when there is much in the show window and nothing in the stock room. That is the paradox of our time. So it is in this context that the topic happiness and peace in everyday life becomes very, very important and very relevant. Now, why this is happening? What are the reasons? There are many reasons. Number one is the generation gap. The society is undergoing transformation at such an accelerated speed that there is a generation gap in a very short time. In Rajkot Center in Gujarat, we conduct competitions for the students, annual competition on the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, various types of competition, including speech competitions. Now, one student, she was MSc Microbiology, she used to get the first prize and she used to give lectures on generation gap. Nowadays the parents don't understand the students and there is a big generation gap and all that. It so happened that she passed MSc Microbiology and she became the professor in the same college. After 2 years she came to me, he said, Swamiji, I used to give speeches on generation gap. Now my students are telling, Madam, you will not be able to understand us, there is a generation gap. Within 2 years, there is a generation gap. So the whole society undergoing tremendous transformation at an accelerated speed. So that is why Alvin Toffler had already, in his book, The Future Shock, had warned that the whole society is undergoing transformation at such an accelerated speed that the society would not be able to absorb that shock. Second is brittle relationships and artificial relationships. There is no love. It's all artificial. That is the thing. That is why so many divorces are increasing. The number of divorces are increasing. So much so that now the youngsters are telling in America, and now the same wave has come to India, they don't want to marry. I asked, why don't you want to marry? The parents, they told me, you please explain to them. It's a very, very noble institution. Unless until you want to become a monk, you should marry. He said, no, we don't want to burn our fingers. Marriage means burning finger, yes. You see, my friends have married. After 2-3 years, they got the divorce. Then second marriage, again divorce. Now the cost of marriage is less in America. But cost of divorce is much more because you have to take the help of the lawyers. So why to again marry and why to again take divorce? Better not to marry. So I don't want to burn our fingers. This same thing is now coming to India also, among the youngsters. So it is because of that artificial relationships that this happiness and peace is going away from our families. In fact, there is no family, and physical distance has annihilated because of the modern technology. When Swami Vivekananda started from India for coming to USA to participate in the World Pile of Religions, he started on 31st May 1893 and reached here on 25th July in Chicago. And I started at 2 a.m. from Delhi. By 7:30 I was in New York by the flight. So you can understand how much the distance is annihilated. But that is physical distance. But about mental distance, it has increased so much. The communication technology has undergone tremendous transformation. Sitting on the sofa, you can talk to your friends thousands of miles away in a beautiful communication because it is through satellite that you are communicating. But the paradox is that there is no communication with the wife sitting on the same sofa for the last 6 months. Some time back I had gone to Baroda to give a lecture. I was waiting for a train. Just little distance, a couple was standing, but husband and wife were standing together, but husband was looking at other side and the wife was looking at other side. After some time, the husband asked very politely, why the train is so late? And the wife roared like a lioness, am I the station master that you are asking me why the train is late? And he was so terrified, he was flung 6 feet away. I saw. He was so terrified. This is what is happening, relationship. So communication technology undergone tremendous transformation, physical distance annihilated, mental distance increasing. Another thing, one demon has come. First it entered America, then it entered Europe, now it has entered India and other countries. What is the name of the demon? The name of the demon is consumerism. We want more, more, more. We are not satisfied. We have become prey of Nugan neurosis. The more we get, the more we become dissatisfied, the more we want, again we more. This is a phenomena that has occurred, and this demon of consumerism has resulted in affluenza. Oxford Dictionary has introduced one more word. The name of the word is affluenza. Not influenza. Influenza we get sometimes. It is affluenza, it comes to only affluent people. Don't mind. Don't worry. What is that affluenza? Affluenza comes to the affluent people where the children, kids get so much of money, get so much pocket money, and get so many of gadgets. They want more and more. 1 mobile, 2 mobile, 1 shoes, 2 shoes, 1 dresses, 1 car, 2 car, more and more and more. And they become dissatisfied. So in America they have started, the parents have started affluenza resistant society. And now they are trying to cut down the pocket expenses of the children, taking them at the weekend to the villages to show them, here you got already 2 cars, they don't have a car and still they are happy. Likewise, they are trying various methods of teaching the children to get out of this big mess called affluenza. Erich Fromm wrote a book, To Have or To Be, where he says man has become a commodity. He thinks himself like a commodity and sells himself like a commodity. He thinks himself like a commodity, human being, and sells himself like a commodity. You see, in India, cricket players are sold. Yes, there is auction on them, and they are sold. Bridegrooms are sold. I don't know the latest price. Supposing a bridegroom is engineer, now the price is very less. Previously it was there. Doctor, little more price. IS officer, civil, much more price, because he will bring a lot of money by bribe, and my daughter will be very happy. So let me spend more amount of dowry. Bridegrooms are also being sold. So this is what Erich Fromm had already told, that this time is coming. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University. She has written a beautiful book. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence. And she says, our society has become very dumb. We have forgotten what is the purpose of our life, what is the meaning of our life. So she says, if we really want happiness and peace, we must have SQ. IQ and EQ are not enough. What is IQ? Intelligence quotient. IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? Emotional quotient will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you why to play the game of life. Why we have come to this earth? What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Where do we want to go? What do we want to do so that at the time of death there is no regrets? This SQ is missing in the modern man, and that is why he is suffering. That is why happiness is not there. So Dana Zohar says that we must develop SQ in order to have long-term happiness and peace. And she gives a beautiful story. She demonstrate from your story. By the side of the Mexican coast, there was a management consultant who was sitting on the shore. It was afternoon, and he saw a fisherman sleeping in his boat. It was afternoon. So that when the management consultant asked, "Hey, why are you sleeping? It is still afternoon, why are you not fishing?" And he said in his sleeping posture, "Sir, you know what happened in the morning? I got a big catch and I sold that fish. And now it's sufficient fund, of sufficient amount to look after my today's needs. And so I am relaxing." What? Is there any quota system of earning? You earn more, you still go for fishing, then you will get more money. But what do I do with extra money? Why? Deposit. Deposit? You never heard the word deposit. Yes. Open a bank account and deposit. Then go on depositing like that. When there is enough deposit, then you purchase second boat. So what will happen? If you have second boat, you will get more fishes, then you will get more money. But what to do with that money? Again deposit. Like go on depositing and earning and increasing the number of boats. And there will be big fleet of all the boats, and you will become CEO of a multinational company. Then you move your headquarters from Mexico to New York. And from there you go all over the world. So when you go all over the world, when you travel so much, there will be blood pressure increase, naturally there will be bypass surgery. And when there are 3 bypass surgeries and the doctor says no more, then you retire. Sell your company, come back to me. I am an investment expert from Harvard. I will tell you how to invest the money, where to invest the money, and when you invest like this, every month you will get fixed income and you will be able to have a nice sleep without any tranquilizer. Sir, I was sleeping without any tranquilizer. Then Dana Zohar says, for getting this peace of mind, such a roundabout process, she says, this fisherman has got low IQ, he doesn't know how to make money. This management consultant has got high IQ, he knows how to make money. But this fisherman has got high SQ, he knows what is the purpose of life is happiness and peace. But this management consultant has got low SQ. That doesn't mean that we should not go for earning more money. This is just an example to show that SQ is very important. That is all. Do not take it literally. We may go for more income, doesn't matter. We must have economic development, financial development, nothing, no problem. But not at the cost of the purpose of our life. Not at the cost. It is no wisdom to spend 50 first years of life in wasting your health for getting the wealth, and next 50 years of life wasting that wealth for getting the health which doesn't come. It's not wisdom. So, we may go for more money, doesn't matter. We may go for more lifestyle, doesn't matter. But not at the cost of the purpose for which we are born, and that is happiness and peace. That is the purpose for which we are born. But Vedanta says, so now, what is the solution of all this problem? Vedanta, everybody is trying to get happiness and peace, nobody is getting it. Why? Because we are searching at a wrong place. There was an old lady, she was weeping, and the young man asked, "Why you are weeping?" She said, "I have lost my needle." So why do you weep? I will find out the needle for you. And he started searching. He couldn't get it. Then he asked, "Where did you lose it?" He said, "Inside that room." Huh? And you are searching here outside in the outside veranda? Oh, you see, there is darkness there and there is light here, so I am searching here. You may search for thousands of years, you will not get it. Needle was lost there and she is searching here outside because there is light. This is the story of all of us. The source of infinite joy, infinite happiness is within all of us. That is what the Vedanta says. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness. And the nature is Satchitananda, infinite knowledge, infinite existence, infinite bliss. That is the very nature. That Atman is within everybody, every human being, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. Every human being has got. That is what the Kathopanishad says. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atmana prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. Inside every human being there is a center of consciousness. So how will we get happiness and peace? By seeing that supreme reality. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tam atmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraah tesham shanti shashvati netarasham. They alone will get eternal peace. Who? Those who will see that supreme reality which is inside every human being. That supreme consciousness, that supreme reality. One who sees that will get that infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite bliss. Netaresham, nobody else can have access to that infinite happiness, infinite knowledge. Now, how to get that? Kabir, he said, मोको कहाँ तू ढूंढे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में, खोजोगे तो अभी मिलूंगा पल भर की तलाश में. Where are you searching for me? I am inside you. The source of infinite joy is within you. There is a beautiful song which Swamiji Vivekananda ji used to sing. He was a great singer. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ही ढूंढे जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे. The song says that Kasturi Mrig is deer. It's a special type of deer which is found in Himalayas. This Himalayan deer. What it is doing is running and running. Why it is running? Because it is getting some smell of musk. So it is called musk deer also. Himalayan deer, musk deer. So it is running and running. And after running a lot, it dies. Then it is found that particular Kasturi, musk, was already in the navel of the deer. And that deer was searching everywhere. This is the story of all of us. The source of infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite bliss is within all of us. But like that Kasturi Mrig, we are running for latest model cars, latest model houses, latest model gadgets. We are running, mad after money. Why? We want peace and happiness, forgetting that the source of infinite joy is within. So that is what Vedanta says. But we are not able to realize it. We are not able to feel it. Though they say that the source of infinite joy is within all of us, but we are not experiencing it. How to believe it? So that is why. Why it has happened? Because there is a screen hiding the reality. Unless until we remove this screen, we will not be able to realize it. So screen has to be removed. What is that screen? Screen of avidya, screen of ignorance. That has to be removed. Then only we can have face to face. We can come face to face with that supreme reality. Then we can have experienced that infinite happiness. So that supreme reality is being hidden at present by a screen. So Kabir says, घूंघट कापट खोल रे तोहे पिया मिलेंगे, कटुक वचन मत बोल रे तोहे पिया मिलेंगे. You will get the beloved. How? First remove the veil of ignorance. If you remove, you will get the supreme reality. How to remove the veil? How to remove the ignorance? There are 4 methods of removing this veil. And so Swami Vivekananda gives the gist of the whole of Vedanta in one paragraph in his book Raj Yoga, where he says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. The goal of human life is to manifest the divinity within. It's already there. It's not that we have to get it. We have to import it. No, it's already there. But we have to manifest it. How to manifest? By controlling nature, external and internal. How this can be done? 4 methods. Major 4 methods. Number 1, Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra gives the Raj Yoga. There are 8 steps. It is called Ashtanga Yoga also. 8 steps: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. What is Yama? Yama are 5. Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Ahimsa. And Niyam also 5. Shauch, Santosh, Tap, Swadhyay, Ishwa Pranidhan. So 5 Yama and 5 Niyama. Then Asana, then Pranayam, then Pratyahar, withdrawing the mind. The capacity of withdrawing the mind, Pratyahar. Dharana, trying to focusing it on one's particular Pratyaya. Dhyan, meditation. And Samadhi, the ultimate absorption. This is the Ashtanga Yoga. This is Raj Yoga. I'm just going very fast because we just have a periphery, overall periphery, because you have been listening to this for a long time and it's already available. Our yogas are available in the bookshop. Then is called Bhakti Yoga, that is religion of love. Love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, with all thy heart, with all thy strength. That is religion of love. That is prayer, repeating the mantra, holy mantra of some holy person, holy image, or of some holy god or goddess, or maybe the ultimate reality whom you think, whom you try to love. So that is Bhakti Yoga, practicing religion of love. Third is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is trying to know one's true nature. Who am I? Am I the body? No, today my body is not good. I am having pain in my body. So my body is separate. Then am I the mind? No, today my mind is not good. My mood is not good. So I am not the mind. Then am I the intellect? No, my intellect is not working today. So I am not the intellect. Then am I ego? No. I have got a very big ego, I will tell you. If you talk to me, I will just take you to task. I have got a very big ego. So I am not the ego, I have the ego. So who am I? I am beyond this mind, body, intellect, ego. What is that? The supreme reality, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. So one time reasoning is not enough. Shravan, then Manan, cogitating about it, then Nididhyasana. These are the process. So then gradually you come to know the reality. This is Jnana Yoga. And fourth is Karma Yoga. That is unselfish service. Serving the ultimate reality in the form of human beings. This is a new path that has been drawn by Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. The ultimate reality can be realized by Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, but also independently. That is the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. That even if somebody tries to worship that reality by carrying out certain service activities, so-called humanitarian activities, but it is not humanitarian activities because ultimately it leads to the supreme bliss. So, Atmano mokshartam jagadhitaya cha. That is the ideal that is given there. And so Swami Vivekananda, when he started Ramakrishna Mission 125 years ago, in fact we have been celebrating 125th anniversary of Ramakrishna Mission for last 1 year. Now it is coming to an end. Actually it came to an end in May, but it is dragging on till December. It has been allowed. So many centers of our Ramakrishna Mission had been celebrating throughout 1 year 125th anniversary. So 1897 1st May Swami Vivekananda started Ramakrishna Mission. So that time he said that there has to be a registered symbol, an emblem. And he thought that emblem should be such that it gives the whole philosophy and the whole gamut of the organization. So he himself drew the picture and made a design and sent it to the artist. And that emblem has been now, you will find in all books of our Vedanta literature of our organization, you will get that emblem. That emblem is containing what are the things? One is the serpent, then one is the sun, then the waves of water, then there is a lotus, and inside that is a swan. And it is written here, Tanno Hansa Prachodayat. Hansa is equal to Paramahansa, is equal to Paramatma, is equal to God, is equal to the ultimate reality. This is how the ultimate reality is achieved. How? By combination of 4 yogas. Because this serpent denotes Kundalini Shakti. And the Kundalini power rises from the Muladhara up to Sahasrara, and it travels like a serpent. So this serpent represents the Kundalini power. That represents love. That means religion of love. The waves of water are the waves of karma. And this sun represents the knowledge. So that is the path of knowledge. So these are the 4 paths. Swami Vivekananda said, you can manifest the divinity by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. All of us, all of the yogas. Each and every yoga is independently capable of leading you to the ultimate reality. But then Swami Vivekananda was asked, what yoga you are practicing? He said, I practice all the 4 yogas. So Romarola says, he rode on all the 4 horses simultaneously, Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Vivekananda said, if you want a harmonious blending of personality, if you want a harmonious development of personality, then we should make use of all the faculties that we have been given. We have a faculty, we have got hands, why not work for the Lord? That is Karma Yoga. So we have got the faculty of intellects, why not reason out, who am I? That is Gyan Yoga. Then we have got the faculty of loving. We want to love, we want to receive love. How much? Infinite love. And that can be obtained by loving God. So that is the religion of love. So that is also a faculty. So, and then we have got the mind. So we utilize this mind for meditating on the ultimate reality. So all the faculties are well utilized. The maximum utilization of all the resources. If an industry has to survive, it must have productivity, and that will come when the maximum utilization of all the resources is there, then only there will be profit and productivity. Similarly, we have got all the faculties, so when we utilize all the faculties, then we can reach the ultimate reality quicker. That is why harmonious development. That is why combination of all the 4 yogas. So, this combination of 4 yogas will take us to the ultimate reality and will give us infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge. Okay, what about the happiness and peace in everyday life? The same 4 yogas, when they are being practiced, not in isolation, but combiningly, gives happiness and peace. How? For example, when you meditate now, we are going to talk about it, the advantage of meditation, what the modern science is telling about meditation. We will have details later on, day after tomorrow, but meditation is bringing a lot of results, even in the field of daily life. So, that Raj Yoga, if somebody practices, that is nothing but dhyana and ultimating in samadhi. When somebody practices Raj Yoga, meditation, it gives instant happiness. And there are so many other researches that have come out. That research have come out in favor of meditation daily. So, secondly, about the prayer. When somebody prays, then there are a lot of advantages. Even the neurotransmitters are changed. Serotonin, morphine, these are all developed, these are all generated. There are neurosciences says by prayer how it is helpful in our mental health. So that will give you peace. And prayer sometimes, when it is done intensely, earnestly, frequently, it brings about the results. That is what the saints and seers, those who have practiced this prayer, they tell us. So meditation, Raj Yoga, prayer, that is Bhakti Yoga, knowledge. Now, knowledge, how it will come? By inspirational reading, Shravana, or now for modern men we can say reading. So when we read certain books, and we ponder over its meaning, then what happens? We get a lot of inspiration. For example, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It's a beautiful book. If you read it, what happens? You immediately get peace of mind. And it's very easy. And I'm telling you only one book, but there are many books of Swami Vivekananda which have transformed the lives of many people and which have saved the lives of many people. So I wrote an article, Magic of the Gospel, how many people were thinking of committing suicide, and then when they came in touch with the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, how their whole mind they changed. So this application of Jnana Yoga in daily life means reading inspirational reading. Such types of books we can transform your lives, such types of books which will give you peace in your mind in your daily life. Fourth is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, how each and every work, Swami Vivekananda said, can become worship, can be converted into worship, provided it is done with non-attachment and provided it is done with unselfishness. So Swami Vivekananda said, unselfishness is the test of religion. To that extent he said. I will end with one example. When Swamiji was here for participating in the World's Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893, he made such an impression that he became a very popular speaker, so he had to stay on for some more years in America. So when he was in Chicago in 1894, that time the richest person in the world was John D. Rockefeller. He was the emperor of petroleum industry at that time and the richest person. At that time he was going through a crisis, mental crisis. All his hair had gone. He had become slim. He was on the verge of death. And the doctors announced he is not going to live long. He was fully a worried man. At that time somebody suggested, why don't you come to my friend's house and meet an Indian yogi who has come from India. Maybe by getting his advice, you will be able to get over your this despondency and disappointment. What? I to go to a beggar for getting advice? No, I will not go. You know, we are beggars. We live on charity. I will not go. And he did not go. But one fine morning, suddenly he went to the place where Rockefeller was staying. Where Swami Vivekananda was staying, he called the bell, the butler opened the door. Now Rockefeller did not wait. Swamiji was not in his drawing room. He was in his study room. So without being announced, he entered study room of Swami Vivekananda. But Swami Vivekananda, as you know, he had tremendous power of concentration. He will do one thing at a time. He was so much absorbed, he did not notice Rockefeller coming. So Rockefeller stood for some time, then he knocked at the table. And Swami Vivekananda looked up. I am Rockefeller. Swami Vivekananda asked, what do you want? No, Rockefeller was not prepared for this treatment. Rockefeller means the President of America would get up from his seat, and here is the beggar sitting and asking, what do you want? He said, I don't want anything. Then Swamiji said, then why have you come? Now he had no answer because he had come without invitation. Then Swami Vivekananda said, Rockefeller, I know why you come. You come here because you do not have peace of mind. Then he started narrating many incidents from the life of Rockefeller which no one else knew except Rockefeller. Who has told all these things to you? Swamiji smiled and said, do you think it is necessary? I can see through your mind as I can see through a glass self. Then Rockefeller was very much anxious. My God, he has come to know all my secrets. Then Swami Vivekananda said, my dear Rockefeller, I will give a piece of advice. Remember, you are not the owner of your wealth. You are only custodian of your wealth given to you by God. Utilize this money for removing the sufferings of millions of people. Immediately you will get peace of mind. There is no other way by which you can get peace of mind. Rockefeller was not prepared to take anybody's advice, least of all from a beggar. So he became very angry and in a huff, he just left the place in anger. But after a few days again he came. Again he called the bell. The butler opened the door. he went inside. Swamiji was not in his drawing room, so went inside the study room. Swamiji is fully absorbed. Again he knocked at the table, and Swamiji looked up. Then Rockefeller put a piece of paper in which he had made an announcement of a very huge donation for a public cause. When Swamiji read it, Rockefeller said, "Now you must thank me. I followed your advice." Swamiji said, "Well, it is for you to thank me." Because by following my advice, you will get peace of mind, which no other method can give you. So later on, as we know, Rockefeller went on to live to the age of 98 years. In his autobiography, he says there is more to living than to earn money, and the real meaning of life is to serve others. This is what he writes. He doesn't give the name of Swami Vivekananda, but he says the purpose of life is to serve others. Then he went on to make Rockefeller Foundation, and then with the Rockefeller Foundation, lot of research has been done. David Baldock made a research on drought-resistant wheat, which saved the millions of people from hunger. All this happened because of Rockefeller Foundation. Why it happened? Because Swami Vivekananda had given that idea of trusteeship management, where you are told you are not the owner of your wealth, you are a custodian of your wealth. Now, if we practice this trusteeship management is practiced by all the millionaires, billionaires, or by the rich people, what happens? There is a huge gap. There are certain people who are suffering from affluenza. They don't know how to spend the money, and they are suffering from affluenza. And there are certain people who do not have how to live. They don't have the second meal. They are living only on one meal per day. Abject poverty and extreme rich, extreme poor. These are all existing in the world. Now, if these rich people, they start charioting, then what happens? These poor people will also become happy, and these rich people will also become happy. What a wonderful way. Double profit. They ask me, what is the profit? They first ask you, what is the profit? If anything ask you, Gujarat, hey, what is the profit? Then I say, what if I take up Swami Vivekananda's message? What is the profit? I said, double profit. The person who is being served will get the profit because he will get some help, and the person who is serving also will get the profit. And the person who serves get profit, infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, provided that service is taken, that service is being given in the form of worship. So each and every work can become worship. This is a wonderful, wonderful gift of Swami Vivekananda to the modern world. But Eleanor Stark says that the gift remains unopened. In her book says that the book has remained unopened, that gift of Swami Vivekananda that he gave. The 4 yogas, the harmony of 4 yogas can give happiness and peace in daily life, can also give eternal happiness and infinite happiness, infinite bliss to every human being. That is the wonderful gift that Swami Vivekananda has given. I bow down at the feet of Swami Vivekananda. May all of us read the books of Swami Vivekananda, get inspired, follow the teachings, and become blissful. Thank you very much.